Today we're heading to Brooks Falls and Katmai National Park. Katmai National Park is one of the remote national parks in Alaska, and it isn't accessible from the main road system. In order to get there, we had to hop on a plane to a community called King Salmon, which is about 290 air miles southwest of Anchorage. After arriving in King Salmon, we ended up on a 45-minute water taxi to Brooks Camp.
Couple. So they go everywhere. They also frequently run through my talks here, so if that does happen, you may see me stop talking and listen intently.
After checking in at the visitor center and attending bear safety, you can now explore the park on your own. The Boardwalk Trail is the first stop on the 1.2-mile trail from the Brooks Camp Visitor Center to the Brooks Falls Platform. After leaving the Boardwalk Trail, you'll have to walk a short section of the gravel road before reaching the Brooks Falls Trail. This is the halfway point along the trail and your last chance to use the restroom. The last section of the trail is another high-rise wooden boardwalk that leads you to the Riffles Platform and the Brooks Falls Platform. Brooks Falls is known for the brown bears that come every year to feed on the salmon in the river. The falls platform offers the best view of this, but is also the busiest, especially during the months of July and August. During the busiest time of the year, you'll have to put your name down on a waitlist in order to get onto the viewing platform. There's a ranger at the entrance, and it's first come, first served. You can always put your name back on the waitlist as many times as you want. One way to avoid being on the waitlist is to actually stay in Katmai overnight. There are options to stay at Brooks Lodge, or if you're interested in camping, you could camp at Brooks Camp Campground, which is just about a 5-minute walk the opposite way from the visitor center. This allows you to visit the Brooks Falls platform in the early morning hours as well as later in the evening when the day tour visitors aren't around. The Riffles Platform is another platform that overlooks the Brooks River and allows you to watch the brown bears feeding on salmon. The Riffles Platform is located about 100 yards downstream of Brooks Falls. It's a great area to see sows with cubs, subadults, and other bears that are looking to avoid competition from more dominant bears. Unlike the Falls platform, the Riffles platform doesn't have any capacity or time limit, and it doesn't restrict the use of tripods. As the season goes on, the bears move down the river and start to get a lot chunkier, especially during September.
Yeah, there's 2 cubs up there.
If you want to see people fishing in the Brooks River, the Riffles platform is the best area to do that. A day trip to Katmai will cost you around $950 but there are ways to visit for much cheaper, including the way I did it, which was taking a flight with Alaska Airlines from Anchorage to King Salmon using my miles, and then using the water taxi to get from King Salmon to Brooks Camp. I also camped for 2 nights at Brooks Camp and it only cost $24. So the total cost was $311 and 10,000 Alaska Airlines miles.
Like it's around my neck.
The best part about visiting Brooks Falls and just Katmai National Park in general is that you never know when you're going to be walking with the bears. Keep your eyes out because they're full of surprises, whether you're at the visitor center, walking the Brooks Falls Trail, or even walking back to camp. I hope you enjoyed this video on visiting Brooks Falls and Katmai National Park. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep up with more Alaska related videos. See you next time!